Hello, students. Do you know that a great struggle took place in India which completely shook the British government? Yes, you are right. I am talking about the freedom struggle of 1857. This struggle of 1857 did not arise abruptly. There was growing discontent in the hearts of the peasants, artisans, farmers, Indian soldiers, and common man due to many economic, political, and social reasons caused by the British government. In this chapter, we are going to study about this freedom struggle, the causes of the struggle, the scope, and the causes of its failure. We will even emphasize on the consequences of the freedom struggle, such as the end of East India Company rule, change in composition of army, etc. V.D. Savarkar, in his book The Indian War of Independence 1857, considered the scope of the struggle of 1857 and its background. Let us see the struggle before 1857. The local people had to bear ill effects of British government. Indians were exploited. Farmers and common people became bankrupt. Now, a major famine broke in the Bengal province in the year 1770. But the British rulers were indifferent and insensitive towards the Indian people. Sannyasi Fakir led a rebellion in which the peasants of Bengal participated in large numbers. Umaji Nayak inspired people in Pune, Satara, Ahmednagar, Solapur, Nasik, Bhor, etc. He organized the remote and the local youth to revolt against the British. In 1832, Umaji Naik was arrested and hanged to death in Pune. Let us see the different communities who challenged the British rule. The Santals of Bihar, Indian tribes and forest communities, the Fond Sawant from Konkan, Kolam area of Chota Nagpur challenged the British rule, Bihar, the Gonds of Orissa, some zamindars and royal class from different territories also rebelled against the British. Then the Gadkaris from Kolhapur challenged the British rule. In 1806 at Vellore and in 1824 at Barakpur, the revolt took place as the Indian soldiers were dissatisfied due to the ill treatment and low allowances made to them in comparison with the British officials. All these rebellions took place in their respective territories. The discontent in the minds of diverse classes broke out in the form of this struggle, and its outbreak was in the form of an armed rebellion. Let us see the different causes for the struggle of 1857. The economic causes, social causes, political causes, discontent among Indian soldiers, immediate cause, and finally the outburst. Economic cause. Many handicraft and textile industries were destroyed. Indian artisans were unemployed due to the new revenue system imposed by the British government, which was levying heavy taxes on the local industries. Then the social cause. Indian people thought that the Britishers were interfering in their culture, tradition, and customs and hence were displeased. Sati Prohibition, Widow Remarriage Act were correct from social point of view, but the Indians thought that it is an interference and hence they were dissatisfied. Then the political cause. After 1757, the British took charge of many Indian states. Later, Lord Dalhousie annexed many princely states on various causes. The Nawab of Ayodhya was dethroned on grounds of maladministration, whereas the princely states of Satara, Nagpur and Jhansi were annexed through the doctrine of lapse. Due to this policies of Dalhousie, the Indians did not consider the British as trustworthy. Then the discontent among Indian soldiers. The British officers treated them very low. No post higher than that of Subedar was given to them. Indian soldiers were paid less salary than their white counterparts. The allowances initially paid to them were also reduced gradually. On account of many such reasons, the feeling of discontent among the Indian soldiers grew stronger. Let us see the immediate cause. The cartridge of animal fat was introduced to the Indian soldiers. The sepoys were required to bite an end of the cartridges. Now, the news spread out that these cartridges were smeared in the fats of cows and pigs. Due to the religious sentiments of Hindu and Muslim sepoys, they were hurt and they were unhappy. The outburst. Disciplinary action was taken on the sepoys who refused to use the smeared cartridges and were given severe punishment. Mangal Pandey from Barakpur cantonment shot an English officer as a reaction to the unjust nature of the British officers. Mangal Pandey was arrested and hanged to death. This news spread like fire. The entire regiment of Indian sepoys at Meerut took part in the freedom struggle and marched towards Delhi. thousands of Indians voluntarily joined them on the way. They handed over the leadership of the struggle to Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah and proclaimed him as the Emperor of India. Let us study about the scope of the struggle. Bahadur Shah, Emperor of India, increased the self-confidence and inspired the soldiers. Revolt spread to North India, including Bihar, Rajputana, Lucknow, Allahabad, Kanpur, Banaras, Jhansi, Bareilly. It also spread to South India. Bhils too revolted. The leadership of the struggle. Mughal Empire weakened during 18th century. Invaders like Nadir Shah Abdali attacked India. Marathas took up the responsibility of safeguarding India and also fought against Abdali at Panipat. Descendants of Mughal Empire, Bahadur Shah, were unable to fight against British in the freedom struggle of 1857. Nana Sahib Peshwa, Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi and Tatya Tope took charge of freedom struggle. Revolts were led by Ahmedullah, Kuwar Singh, Bakht Khan, Begum Hazrat Mahal,